Hello everyone, RTR4 Manager here, and today I'm going to show you my positional roles for my Newcastle squad at FM 2010. Now this came about because somebody actually emailed me and asked me what kind of positional roles I've employed for my team. And yes, there are some comments on my blog and in my YouTube videos as well. And I thought that having a post on this would be good and beneficial for you viewers. And so without further ado, let me just carry on. Now before I actually begin, let me just be honest with you that I do not really play around with these roles a lot. In fact, I actually go to the advanced tab right here and I tweak on these sliders and values, and because I'm so used to them in FM 2008 and FM 2009, so I'm not so used to these basic generic roles and duties that you can actually set for your team. And please take my advices with a pinch of salt because I'm not so sure myself about these generic roles. And yeah, alright, and if you are clear in this, let's just carry on. Now for my goalkeeper, I usually set them to the defend as their duties, simply because I do not have top quality goalkeepers, and keeping a good scoreline is what a goalkeeper should be focusing on. That's why I never like the sweeper keeper unless I really have a top quality goalkeeper that can keep goals in keep goals from conceding, as well as he's so quality that he can actually provide an attacking option, So my advice is usually try to keep the task for your goalkeeper simple. And let's just move on to the fullbacks. Right now, my left and right fullbacks have the same role, and they are set to automatic. Now, automatic has this function where the fullback will actually switch between defense, support, and attack duties according to my match strategy. Now this is good because sometimes when I feel that my opponents are playing too defensively, I may try to close them down even more often, and so my fullbacks will actually automatically move forward to assist in attack waves, and that's pretty good if you have a very attacking strategy. And I suggest that you can try and play these roles for yourself. And let me just get to the central defenders. Now I do not like my central defenders to be attacking, because since my fullbacks are going forward, central defenders should be at the back to maintain the defense line, because you do not want to be caught off guard against counter attacks or through passes or crosses, And so yeah, these two, I prefer them to be at the defend duty as a central defender. Alright, with that, let me just move on to the midfield. Now let me just share with you that for my left and right midfield, they are different. One is set to the winger and one is set to the wide midfielder. And let me just get to the left winger first. Now it says here that as the role of a winger, is their duty in attack to run at the defense to cause panic and indecision for shooting or attempting to make a through pass or cross. And generally speaking, if you put winger and for an attack duty, you are allowing them to run forward and to be an attacking threat, and that's good, because for my left wingers, usually Jonas or Wayne, they have good dribbling skills, and they have the kind of attributes or technicalities to actually run into the box and even snipe a ball in. And he has proved quite successful even in my previous campaign at the Coca-Cola Championship League, and so I'll be sticking to that for a while. Let me move on to the central midfielder. Now my two central midfielders are set to support, and what this does is it actually helps to support attacks. Like say if the ball runs, they have nowhere to attack out of space, they can actually pass the ball back to the support midfielders, and actually these support midfielders will look for a pass or even snipe the ball in from long range. And this is particularly useful if you want a holding area for your possession in case there's not enough space at the front. Yeah. And as usual, I will usually tweak the advanced tab, and let's say I have a central midfielder for Rafael van der Vaart. I will encourage him more to shoot from range and to cross more, because he just has the technical ability, excuse me. He has the technical abilities to pull all these crosses and through long shots well, and so no harm. And let me just move on to my right midfielder. Now my right midfielder is set to white, and it says here that generally lacking in explosive pace or exciting dribbling skills, the white midfielder relies on teamwork and work rate to get into dangerous attacking positions without compromising his defensive responsibilities. And this works pretty well, because unlike my left wingers, my right midfielders like Ryan Taylor is actually poor in dribbling, and this description just suits their abilities very well, and they provide attacking options by having good teamwork and to drop at dangerous positions and to create space for attacks, which will sometimes gives you a lucky strike, lucky goals from the side. And David Bentley has been doing that very well, and yes, saved us from conceding goals at Aston Villa. Conceding a draw at Aston Villa. And yes, and he has really done well at this role and duty. And moving along, I have a support striker. Now support strikers are good if in case you do not have space, and this support striker will actually run back to receive balls from your central midfielders, so that he can be creative a bit, make the situation, and be a good playmaker, excuse me, and actually sometimes drop balls for my advanced forward for attacks. And yes, if you have a good playmaker, a support duty for deep lying forward is good, and they are not limited to just providing attacking opportunities. Many times as a support striker, he actually scores goals himself, and so I enjoyed many goals from this positional role for one of my forwards. And last but not least, I have an advanced forward capable to lead attacks and to score and to create goals. And I never knew about his secondary role, where it says here his role for advanced forward is to chase down misplaced balls and clearances, please, excuse me, and to win possession and to lay off passes to his teammates. And this works well because my team is generally a very physical team that can outpace and outrun the opposition, and so having an advanced forward for my strategy and for my tactics just floats my boat. And yes, that is all for my positional role for my squad. And stay tuned for more updates. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at RTR Football Manager, or visit my blog at footballmanagersite.com. And feel free to ask me if you want some features or some things that you want to know about my squad, about my tactics. Drop me a comment or email, and I'll be happy to receive them. Alright? And signing off, RTR Football Manager. Signing off, RTR Football Manager.